Hey guys, welcome back to Man Gaming. Today is going to be the first episode of Town Hall 12 Farm to Max. Today we're going to go over some replays, some farming live attacks, as well as the upgrade priority that I have left to go. Okay, let's get into it. Alright guys, so looking here, this is my progress base for my Town Hall 12. On the left side is what I have to upgrade more than one level, and on the right side over here is things that have one level left to go before they become max. So right now I was focusing on getting my archers to that one level, so I believe it's level 15 they're all going to get to, and then focusing on these to get them to the same place. So the next thing I'm looking at is either the Inferno Towers, the Tesla, or the Wizard Towers. Those are the ones I want to prioritize first, because again they attack both air and ground troops instead of just ground troops like the cannon does, the mortar does, or the bomb towers. So that's kind of what I'm trying to farm out today. So hopefully we earn enough loot to get the Inferno down. Hopefully one more. But again, I only have 2 builders free, and I like to keep 1 builder free. That way I can dump any excess loot into walls rather than get raided for it. So if you look over here, I didn't get these 2 builders free till recently. So I've been getting hit pretty hard with the loot I've been saving, right? So over here I got hit for almost 700k of both, 400k. 400k over here. So recommendation is just make sure that you do keep a builder free, especially if you don't have max walls yet, so that you can always dump excess loot into the walls instead of keeping it and then letting it get farmed by other players, right? So attack log over here, again, I'm always using that army I spoke about earlier, Electro Drag. So I love using this attack. It always earns me at least a star or 2, so I always get a loot bonus. Whether it's a full one, it varies, but if you look here over the last few attacks, 700k, 800k, that's basically a million of both resources with the loot bonus. Right now I'm in Titan 1, so I get about 320k of both resources and about 2k for the DE. So if you just look around here, again, I'm not even boosting. If you look at the times, it's an hour pretty much in between, which allows it to cook and get ready. So I'm not attacking too often, but I am farming very quickly. If you can see over here, I'm not using I am using a lot of elixir, but I am not using any DE, and I'm quickly racking it up. In the last episode I had full collectors for DE, full amount of loot in DE. Recently where is it? Here it is. So recently I had the bat spell in there and it just finished, so I put down the witch, which is 160k, which leaves about 80k from a full DE collector. And already I'm back up to 170k. So again, the farming techniques I've been using have been working for me. Again, electro drags are very expensive, but I am earning that back, if not breaking even, getting a little bit more. But my focus again is putting those heroes down. So after CWL, that's what my main focus again is, just getting both heroes down to get them to level 60 as soon as possible. So let's get into the video with some replays, and then after the replays we'll get into a live attack. So first things first, let me show you this whopper of, actually I have 2. So there's one for the 700 one I want to show you, but I also want to show you this 600k. So like I said, the electro drags are a good one. I'll get either 1 star minimum, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, but again I get most of the loot. So right here the offering was 760 of both and 8k DE. So again, I always start my electro drag attacks with a funnel. So I put 2 on either side to kind of narrow out so the dragons don't kind of wander out, and then I put the main pack in the middle so that again they will go towards the DE, the town hall, to get as much of the elixir as possible. So again, I throw the balloons in front to soak up any of those mines. So if you saw, they did eat some of the seeking air mines as well as the red ones. So again, that's the focus for the balloons. Yes, they will help kind of target if you have an inferno out of the way or an AD, but mostly they're used for kind of soaking up all of those traps that come and kill your dragons really fast. So I have 1 range to get the dragons as quickly through, as well as run 4 lightning spells. The reason for lightning spells is to take off damage from the dragons right away. I take 2 of the closest ones that are near the loot, and again, reason being is just making sure that the dragons stay alive as long as possible, to get the loot, right? So right now I've racked up 620k, 670k, and 6 out of the 8k of DE. So I'm at 70%. That's a full loot bonus. So with the bonus, I'm almost cracking a mil for gold, and then a million for elixir. And again, the dragons cost 550, so that's about 450 in loot. So it's like I said, it's a very expensive composition, but it does pay off when you find these juicy bases. So that's one of them. I ended about 74%. So let's look at another one. But so this one over here was a 3-star. If you notice, all the ADs are max level, so they won't be taken out by the lightning strike, but it does weaken them considerably. So I opted to do the further ones from the side I'm attacking. Reason being, the chain lightning from the E-Drag, since it's so compact, will get the early ones very quickly. And again, I run 2 rages, one in my army camp and then one in my clan castle. And that way, at least I get enough to start off, and that way I can get through the early ADs, and then it gets as close to the Eagle Artillery to kind of eliminate that. I usually don't farm with heroes, but like I said, I am in CWL, so I have the heroes up right now, which makes raiding a whole lot easier, especially with these Electro Drags. Normally Electro Drags can handle it by themselves, but with the heroes, especially with the Warden ability, it helps them last even longer, which helps the raid considerably. So this one, I'm powering through again, hitting the town hall. It is max level, so it does kind of pack a little punch at the end. It blows up. I used the Warden ability a little early because there was so much damage happening in the center. But like I said, the heroes aren't even down yet. I still have the King and Queen full health. Again, they're coming down now to kind of help them clean up. So I noticed that I was very close to getting the 3-star, and I saw how much loot was left, and with the 2 heroes, they should be able to kind of get through all of that. There's only 1 AD left. The dragons are working on it, and then the rest is pretty much history. So I have the King and Queen working on that side, with the one E-Drag on the other. As they're working through, I'm noticing that I'm gonna get all of it. There's only 4 defenses left, and with the chain lightning, they get taken out very quickly. So another full loot bonus, plus all the loot this guy had to offer, so another successful raid. Alright, so let's get into a live attack. So the army I have right now, even though I was praising Electro Drags, is kind of a Laloon with a kill squad army. Right, so I have the bowlers and the golem to kind of tank to get through that first layer of walls, to kind of get to that town hall, to get the eagle as much value as possible, and then I come in with the Laloon. So let's get into a live attack now. So hopefully it doesn't take too long, but if it does, again, I'll cut away and then I'll come back when I find a nice juicy base for you guys. All right, guys, so I've been searching for a while, and this is the first base that has some decent loot. So let's go in together and hit it. So again, like I said, the first priority for me with this attack, it's going to be hitting the eagle side to get as much of the damaging defenses out as quickly as possible. So I put in the wrecker along with the golem with some wizards behind it. Again, start the funnel to make sure our heroes don't walk. Take out the other side as well. Drop the king, queen, warden. Drop a rage on top of these guys. Got the eagle down. Trying to get as much value as possible. So I'm going to start the Laloon portion right away. That way everything's kind of coming together. Almost missed my king ability there. And I have tons of haste to kind of keep these balloons moving as quickly as possible. Hit the warden ability. Have these guys just moving through the base. Queen's down. Drop the haste. I dropped the poison a little too late there. Got some more balloons. Still dealing with that sweeper. Hopefully. There we go. Dropping the haste on those balloons to move in. And with the still pushing against that sweeper. It might be a little tough now, but I gotta heal all. I wasn't able to take down the last AD. That's a little bit of an iffy heal there, but I still have the 1-star. Not a great attack. Again, it is something I am practicing. Normally I use, like I said, the E-Drags for this, but I wanted to kind of give you guys a variety of attacks. But again, this one kind of came as a failure. It does happen, so bear with me, guys. But I will have the E-Drags already cooked up for the next attack. I didn't do too bad. I'm gonna get a full loot bonus at least, so let's see. Oh, almost a full loot bonus. Let's see how much I got. So even when I fail, I still get about 600k gold, just short of 100k for paying for the army, and then I get almost 4k of DE. And again, this was a failed attack, so oh, the army didn't even cost as much as my E-Drags, but it did cost a lot more DE, so I kind of broke even with the DE, and I earned more in elixir. So again, even for a failed attack, as long as you get a 1-star, you still earn a lot of loot, especially in Titan 1. So let's go into something I'm better suited to show you guys. So let's go in with the E-Drags, about 20 minutes. So I'll cut away, and then when I come back, we'll have that E-Drag attack. Alright guys, we're back. Army is already trained up, so we have the E-Dragons ready, the heroes are ready, everything's ready to go. Before we jump into our last attack, I want to give you guys a quick update on the CWL. So right now, we are currently first in our league, leading by 6 stars right now. We still have about 5 hours left in our current war. We still have 3 days left. So right now, it's a very close war. We're at 9 attacks, 23 stars. They're at 10 attacks, 24 stars. I still have to do mine, but that's going to be later on in the evening, because again, it depends on how we do for stars, if we need to clean up, anything like that. So we only get 1 attack, and usually we keep our higher guys to the end to see if we need to dip or if we can go ahead and get our mirrors. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably have an update in the next video. But without further ado, let's get into our last attack for the video. Hopefully we find something soon. If not, I'll cut away and come back when we find a nice base. Alright guys, we found a base here. So again, I'm going to start off with the closer ADs to try and weaken them as much as possible. Again, I normally don't go against the sweepers, but because most of the loot is sitting at the bottom, that's where I'm kind of starting from. So again, I started with the funnel. No surprise Tesla there. Start another one on that side. Again, it keeps it so that the main attack goes through here. Oh, another surprise Tesla. There's probably one here as well. Yep, there it is. So let's deal with that. And let's go in with the balloons to soak up anything. Oh, let's switch that to... Let's get that there. Let's drop in a rage over here. Hopefully these guys can get through. Beautiful. Balloons are doing their job. Let's freeze that. The warden didn't seem to want to move up. There we go. And let's pop the ability. I still have my heroes, so let's get these guys started to get the rest of the loot. Oh, did not mean to drop that. Okay. But it should be fine. Looks like we got the 3-star here. So again, like I said, E-Drags will run through the base. I know luckily the 2 Infernos were down, but again, I'm not looking for the 3-star, but I got it anyway. But the loot is what's more important. So let's see what we got. So 600, just shy of a mil, 980k, 900k elixir, and then another 700 DE. So like I said, this is a fantastic raid. The dragons are expensive, but like I said, I'm making loot even though the dragons are super expensive. So it's good to end the video off on a strong note. So before we finish up, let's see what we're gonna upgrade. I'm thinking the wizard tower level 8, just because a level 8 for a town hall 12 is super weak. So let's start this off. Here we go. And now I have one more builder left. So let's dump some of the elixir into into the wall. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And I don't want to go any lower because, again, electro drags are expensive. So I just want to keep a little bit to have on hand. So again, it's $550 to make, no DE at all. So alright guys, another successful video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!